Hello, Master here, and here we are. Let's get on to it. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. This movie, oh my gosh, have I seen the fans' reaction? It seems to be polarized beyond the wazoo. There are people who think it's either okay or just flat out hate it. It's got the lowest review scores for a Star Wars movie since Phantom Menace. That's saying something, considering people's reception to The Last Jedi, though critics mostly gave it positive reviews. So here I come. I watch this on my birthday, and I have not seen the review scores. I've been only told about the controversies, and I go in completely blind. And what do I all think of it? Well, I like it a lot more than mostly everyone else I've read about. Every review I've read about. Yeah, call me biased, but look, come on, it's not the worst. Star Wars fans, it's not the worst movie in existence. Come on, you gotta admit, Phantom Menace is way worse than this. Even the Clone Wars anime movie is worse than this. Come on, this is actually a pretty fine movie. And I'm gonna tell you why I think it's actually pretty good right after I fix up this. Alright. Yeah, jeez. Sorry about the adverts, I just can't. Alright, so let's begin off with the story. So this takes place right after the events of The Last Jedi. The Resistance is training hard to beat the First Order after the whole drama of The Last Jedi while trying to escape them. They've lost Luke Skywalker, and their only real hope is Rey as the only Jedi left under his track. But they receive word from a spy within the First Order that Emperor Palpatine has returned, and is now communicating with Kylo Ren, who is now supreme leader of the First Order after Snoke is killed. Palpatine offers his help to Kylo Ren in exchange of him handing over Rey, who Palpatine has an interest in. And after getting some advice from the returning Lando Calrissian, Rey, Finn, Poe, C-3PO, BB-8, and Chewbacca go in search of a mysterious entity that will help guide them to where Palpatine is. So, with the story, it's not as stupid as, say, Last Jedi ended up being. And look, but there are problems within this. I think I might as well get started over some of them. Let's be honest, there's been no build-up to Palpatine in the other movies. He just shows up, and while it's cool seeing him again because he's such a cool character, it does seem very weird, honestly, him being now showing up. Also, there's a really lack in terms of other characters from the previous movies. R2-D2 doesn't really have much of a purpose in this movie. He just in there for a few seconds, but doesn't have that much to do. Chewbacca and C-3PO make sacrifices in this movie. Okay, C-3PO does. Chewbacca sort of gets believed to have made a sacrifice, believed into a death scenario. People believe Chewie dies at some point, but these sacrifices don't really go anywhere because they get quickly resolved. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. The final line in this is really predictable, honestly. You can guess what Rey says the final line, and I'm not going to reveal what she says, but yeah, it's kind of it doesn't really go anywhere, honestly. In fact, there are many predictable moments in this, with the exception of one, which is the reveal of Rey's true parentage. They sort of retcon where The Last Jedi was going, which I actually don't mind, because I was sort of expecting it to go one way, but I'm not sure if everyone else will agree with me, but I was actually kind of shocked when I found out who Rey's family is. I guess some people can see it as predictable, but especially after a bit of a scene where she tries to rescue Chewie. But I don't know, I still found it pretty much a surprise. So Plus, I know it's real. I know this. Plus, this movie really does show that Carrie Fisher's passing in 2016 really affected this movie. The original plans of this trilogy were each of the original three characters would get a bigger role in one movie. Harrison Ford, aka Hunt, who plays Han Solo, had a big role in Force Awakens. Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker had a big role in Last Jedi, and it appears Rise of Skywalker was meant to be Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia Organa's final, as her big role, but her death sort of affected it. And the archive footage that they used, while great, it really doesn't fill in the void that they were trying to add in. I mean, it's clear that Fisher's death affected this movie big time, and it feels like there's missing content in it. I know this can't be helped, but it is noticeable. And yeah, there's nothing you can't really do about it. It was tragic that when Carrie Fisher died, and it's still tragic now. That what they do in this is a great tribute to her legacy. But yeah, you can't help but notice. You can't help but think that if she was alive and did at least did film this whole way through the original intention, it probably would have been a little bit better. So it is that I seem to be listing over a lot of cons, and look, this is, and it seems like I'm being honest, and I'm probably just like everyone else. Everyone else who hates this movie is saying, but there are some good things in it. I mean, honestly, even the worst of Star Wars can at least give me some fun in it, and I had some good things to say in this. First off, I must say, well, every Star Wars movie is going to have great visuals. Even the prequels that relied heavily on CGI had some good effects, especially the backgrounds of all the worlds that they visited, the planets and all that. They looked absolutely amazing, and the visuals here look really good. Whether it be practical or CGI, they look great. But it's more further helped by the cinematography, which I think is the best in all Star Wars movies. Without a doubt, this is the best shot Star Wars movie. The way it helps out the CGI the backgrounds, the CGI, it's shot brilliantly, and I think this should get an Oscar nomination for best cinematography easily. But this music, I mean, what can I say? Star Wars has always produced some great music, and John Williams, though he has stated this will be his last Star Wars movie he'll ever work on, he definitely goes out in style. The music in this is great. I know I'm playing music from the other movies in this, but I don't want to risk getting further copyright. I'm probably going to get one, but don't want to risk spoiling some of the music that's in this. The acting, the acting is really good, and especially coming from the veterans like Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian, Ian McDiarmid as Palpatine, and even Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker when he makes his appearances. And of course the archive footage of Carrie Fisher is great. Anthony Daniels, of course, is great as C-3PO. And the new actors all do a good job as well. And I must say, the climax is really great in this. I love the final battle in this. From Rey and Kylo, from Rey's confrontation with Palpatine to the battle against the Final Order, as it's now known in the sky. You've got Lando flying the Millennium Falcon for the first time forever. You've got some intergalactic horses running around. I know I'm spoiling a bit, but it's shown a bit in the trailers. Kylo Ren grabbing Luke's saber for a second. I know I'm spoiling it, but it's just sort of a bit of a it's a really fun climax. But I will honestly say I do kind of prefer the climax in Rogue One a little bit more. But yeah, this is a really good climax, and definitely one of Star Wars' best. So, overall, I think this is actually a pretty good movie. But I know there will be, I'm sort of in a minority on this. But I at least want people to maybe consider this. I do want to at least people to not say I'm wrong, but just sort of agree with a person that thinks that this isn't a bad movie. And well, trust me, I think also the reason why I'm actually giving this isn't actually as bad is because I've seen a lot of crap this year in theaters, and I don't know how this will hold up over time, because I've said before that I think the likes of Captain Marvel and Man in Black International, which I thought were fine when I first watched them, I sort of see problems that I didn't see before now. So maybe this will be the same thing with this, but honestly, I kind of think this is different. I still kind of think this is actually a really good movie, and it's not the worst. Trust me. You could, as I said, likes of Phantom Menace and the Star Wars Clone Wars anime movie are a lot worse than this. So, in the end, I think this is actually a fine movie. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 half stars. The only hope I have for this is that it does not overtake Avengers Endgame as the highest grossing movie of all time. I'm sorry, Disney. I know you want that to happen, but no. This cannot overtake Endgame. That is a great movie, a perfect movie in many ways. I don't think this deserves to. Maybe in the future, a Star Wars movie can become the highest grossing movie of all time, but not now. No. No. Do not overtake Endgame. So, with that said, I'm done with Star Wars, and now time to finish off my last 2 Christmas reviews. And my next review, I am gonna my Christmas. It's time to get in the full-on spirit of a Christmas vacation. And I think I just spoiled what I'm gonna do. Well, in the meantime, have some reviews out, and I'll see you for my final 2 Christmas reviews. Ciao.